Still Bills, what's the deal, man? Tapping back in with y'all, man. About to go get my wife some El Catrine over here on the south side. But yo, man, peep game, man. I wanted to I wanted to get into I want to talk about motherfuckers talking just this whole quitting thing. Oh, he quit on the stool last night. He quit on the stool last night. He quit on the stool last night. My thing is this. If Robert Garcia would have tossed in threw in the towel, or if Robert Garcia would have threw in the towel, or the referee would have stopped the fight when Margarito fought Manny Pacquiao, he possibly still would be an active fighter. We just saw this shit with Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce was consistently landing that jab on that man's eye, and he had to take a knee, and he could not continue. And what happened? Margarito had to get, he got his fucking orbital bone fractured, shattered. Same thing happened with Daniel Dubois. The same thing happened with Billy Joe Saunders last night. I don't know what it is with you cats that they all just, you know, you want a motherfucker to die in the ring. Like, that shit is stupid. Like, a nigga gotta die to entertain you in order to get validation from your bitch ass. Oh, he quit. He's supposed to, like, just because the nigga, just because I'm in the ring. This is a profession. This is a sport. It's no different for, I drive a 28-foot box truck for a living. I'm not finna die for that. I'm passing the gas station, people work in the gas station. Niggas run all over on this side of town in South Omaha. Niggas run all up in these stores and hold them up, stick the niggas up at gunpoint, run up in their hoodie to masked up. The cashier's supposed to die for some money that ain't theirs. Like, what the fuck type time y'all be on, man? Boxing is a profession for them. That don't mean they trying to get in there and die. The goal is to get out of the ring and be, you know what I'm saying, have all your motor skills intact for your family, your loved one. You know, he still has a wife to love on. You know, he still has a wife to love on. What's my man name? Gerald McCullum. Look at him. Look at the state that he's in. Like, y'all kill me with this, man. Like, combat sports is nothing to fuck with. A fight in the street ain't gonna last that long. A fight in the ring, a professional boxing match at a world championship level, that's 36 minutes of torment. And they was in the 8th round, so you got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A whole nother what? 3, 6, 9, 12 minutes of punishment that his eye is supposed to take. Like, I don't know what it is with you cats, man, who it's kind of disgusting and devious. The nigga just supposed to go in the ring and just say, fuck my livelihood, my motor skills, just fuck everything about me. I'm just supposed to just go in here and just simply be a punching bag for y'all viewing pleasure. Just for you to say, man, he a warrior, he went out like a G. He a warrior. All right, cool. He's a warrior. Now what? He's a warrior who can't use, you know, who has blurry vision in his right eye now. He's a warrior who has a slowly delayed speech. This is an unforgiving sport, man. And you niggas just, I sit back and I look at you dudes who probably ain't never even been in a fight before, talk about, oh, he quit. Like, I wasn't no fighter. You know, I've had one fight when I was 17. That was I got into a gang fight holding a homie down in high school. I ain't had a fight in the street since then. All the fights I've had have been in the ring at the gym. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. And even then, I've been sat down after getting out of that ring. And that's on an amateur level, not on a professional level with no headgear. ¿Qué pasó, baby? Okay, un momento. Say hi. Say hi. such a damn brat. But I know I know what happens when I know what it means to. I know what that means. I know how that feels to get in there and just get beat up. And you think somebody's supposed to just go in there and just, oh man, he a warrior, here this, here that. Just, you know, just for your viewing pleasures and for you to get them to get validation from you. I'm seeing dudes who who don't even know how to throw a punch in combination with no technique. Talking about he quit on the stool. Like, that is ridiculous, man. This dude is about to he's gonna have to have eye surgery. And he's supposed to just get up and continue to fight. I don't understand what you niggas, man. This shit is ridiculous how y'all operate and how y'all think. It's stupid. It's stupid. You know your body. And he's not about to he was in that fight. I went back and rewatched the fight. I did have it about 5 rounds, but he started to get into rhythm in the 5th round. He started to get into rhythm. In the 5th round, he started to really find his rhythm. He started to land clean. He started, you know, not just punch off of the angles, but he actually started connecting off of the angles. He started making Canelo miss a lot more, lunge in. He did. He started to get in the rhythm after that 5th round, or in the 5th round. So he was in that fight. There's no reason for him to quit outside of something drastic happening, like getting his fucking orbital bone broken and him needing surgery. Like, it's just really kind of, it's just, I lose brain cells listening to a lot of you niggas on Facebook and on YouTube and everything. And, you know, I don't have a Twitter, I don't have Instagram or none of that shit. But to see you guys go on there and talk about he quit on the stool and he this and he that, and just, that shit is corny to me, man. That shit is corny how y'all operate. I don't get how you can. It gets to a point where it's heartless. It's heartless as all hell. You can't sit here and definitively tell me that it's acceptable for a motherfucker to just get in there and just get beat up and beat for your viewing pleasures, as if they don't have something to go home to. They have kids to go home to. They have wives to go home to. They have family to go home to. Brothers, sisters, relos, aunties, uncles, grandparents, and homies at the end of the day. His training campaign, his team ain't trying to see nothing outrageous happen to him. So, you know, so ridiculous that he can't, you know, overcome whatever it is that he went through. No, they're not trying to see that. Live to fight another day. If Daniel Dubois didn't tap out, he's still a prospect up until that time. I don't think he's a prospect no more. I think he's a legitimate top contender in the division. But if you got to think, he's in his 20s. So if him being in his 20s, if he doesn't call that fight, his career probably is derailed just in that instant. Nobody wants to think about that shit. Nobody wants to think about that shit. You just want a nigga to get his brains beat in. Buddy McGirt, man, like, man, who was that? Patrick Day? Was it Patrick Day? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't Patrick Day. It was somebody. I'm stopping the fight. And the dude, no, let me go. No, I'm stopping the fight. No, you got one more round. You want to give your opponent or your fighter the opportunity to go in there and be great and go out on his own. It's understandable, but sometimes you have to be saved from yourself. And what ended up happening to that dude? He died. This ain't fighting on the streets, man. That's what niggas don't understand. This ain't a street fight. This is far more sophisticated than street fighting. These is niggas who know how to get every inch of their body weight behind the shot. Every inch of their body behind the shot. And when you start getting up there, you know, into the middleweight, them is big dudes. Them is big dudes who can spar heavyweights. These ain't no pillow-fisted fighters, fam. Them is dangerous motherfuckers. Canelo in there sparring Frank Sanchez. At 5, he's my height. Like, I think y'all, I really need y'all to understand that shit, man. I really need y'all to understand that shit. Stop with all that dumb shit. A nigga quit. Oh, he quit on the stool. No, bitch ass nigga. He got hit in his fucking eye and his eye broke. That ain't quitting. The fuck is wrong with y'all? It's not quitting. That isn't quitting. Julio Chavez Jr. quit. He quits. Billy Joe Saunders did not quit. He was in that fight. He was in a position where he could, if he had stayed in rhythm the way that he was, he would have closed the gap. He would have closed the gap. I had him down about 5-2, being generous 4-3. Anybody had him winning is bugging the fuck out. But nonetheless, he was in that fight. He was not out of that fight. He could have rallied up and, you know, put some more rounds in the bank. But you know, even, you know, the fight before that with the Takayama, dude was a war. That is a fight that shouldn't have been called, because he was still defensively responsible, man. You know, you're gonna get buzzed, you're gonna get hit. I think that was a bad stoppage. I think that because he wasn't hurt to the point where he was just completely out of it and his legs was going. It was nothing like that. I don't think that was a good stoppage at all. I thought that was real premature. That was very premature. But with Billy Joe Saunders, you know your body. You know your body. You do. And you think he won all the shit he be talking? I didn't hear about it, but he allegedly said some slick shit about Daniel Dubois when he got his orbital bone broke. You think he won? He got to save face now. Now you look like a fool. You was just talking slick. You was just talking slick about me and what went down with me, and now he got to eat that. Ain't no one trying to be humbled. No one is trying to be like, damn, bro, I just said that shit. Now I gotta. Nobody is trying to be like that. So that man didn't quit on his stool. He was stopped. And he could not continue due to his health being that much at risk. He met that uppercut. Or that bending at the waist, he met that uppercut. He met that uppercut. And look what happened to him. He's in the fucking hospital now. He gotta have surgery. So I'm gonna need you, a lot of you, y'all gotta have some compassion about, these cats who get in the ring and risk their lives to entertain you bitch ass niggas. Because y'all just, the amount of shit that y'all ask for is just like, wow. Would you continue a fight if your orbital bone was broken? I think not. I think not. And you would be dumb to continue to fight with a broken orbital bone. Ain't nothing to brag about. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I fought with my orbital bone, bro. Okay, now you're at a greater, you put yourself at a greater risk of injury. You run the risk of losing your eye, not damaging it or injuring it, losing it. Your senses are, that's a privilege that the Creator has blessed you with. Hearing, vision, taste, touch, smell. That is a blessing. Stepping in the ring and to begin with, put yourself at risk of that's a risk in itself. So you think I'm about to further cripple my blessing by just continuing to stay in there and just fight for your viewing purposes? You dudes are a trip, man. You dudes are a trip. Be happy with the fight. Be happy it was a good fight. Be happy it went as long as it went. I predicted a late round stoppage. I would consider that mid-round. I would consider that about mid-rounds, the 8th. I would consider that mid-rounds. But, it was a good fight. It was a very entertaining fight. It's a very entertaining fight. Billy Joe Saunders, slightly highlighted some vulnerabilities in Canelo. Slightly. Slightly. Very slightly. Be happy with what you saw. And be happy that that man is able to just get this eye surgery out the way and hopefully continue his career, because there's still some good fights out there for him. Some real good fights. So fuck all you goofball ass niggas who just spew the dumb shit that you spew, void of consequence, void of any sort of logical reasoning, just so you can be entertained. Fuck out of here, bitch ass niggas.